What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to show you how I meal prep my food and what exactly I eat. I mean, I've showed you what I eat, but just how I make my food. So first off, I start with this ground turkey. Genio ground turkey. They're 3 pounds each. I buy 2 of them at a time. They last me about 4 days. And I have 2 big pans. I got my spaghetti going right now before I work out. But let's get these in here. So I like to buy all my stuff in bulk because it saves time, saves money. I make it all at once and I have enough for the week where I don't have to cook every single day, which is important because I'd rather be doing much more stuff with my time than cooking. So I'll take it, I'll chop it up. So next thing is seasoning. So first of all, garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. Keep it basic, but you still want it tasting good. I season flavorfully. I put a good amount on because if your food doesn't taste good, you're not going to eat it, or it's going to be hard to eat. And it's pretty easy to eat when it has good seasoning on it. Nothing crazy, but I always make sure all my food is seasoned well because I want to be able to enjoy it when I'm eating it, not feel like I'm trying to choke down on food every time I eat. So then from there, I really just kind of mix it up. And you can do this with any food. You can make steaks, you can make ground beef. Ground beef is good like fat source too. So, but my stomach can't really handle ground beef. Turkey's what my stomach does the best, so I do this. Easier to chew than chicken, so that's another reason why I use it. And overall, I like the taste of it better. You could throw chicken with anything, but my favorite meal is definitely this ground turkey and pasta, like what I'm making right now. Just gets you out of just the normal rice and veggies and chicken. So switch it up, even make salmon. I make salmon too, but my stomach also is kind of iffy about salmon. But I would mix it up with all these different things to keep your meals interesting and wanting to eat them. Because I look forward to my spaghetti meal every day. I mean, I look forward to every meal every day because I'm eating good food. If you're not looking forward to your meals, then you're gonna suffer when it comes to bulking. So for my noodles, for like my spaghetti, like right there, I don't meal prep those because the reason is the noodles they don't taste as good to me when I meal prep them. When I obviously go on vacation and I'm going to visit people, I always meal prep my food then, so I do put them in Tupperware containers. But when I have the opportunity and I'm at home and I have time, I will always boil my noodles because they taste better. Cooking them fresh versus like rice. Rice is easier to keep fresh in the fridge and Tupperware containers. What I use for my Tupperware are these containers right here. Take them out. I'll scoop everything in, like for my rice. And then you can individually weigh them. So you can individually weigh how much you're gonna wanna eat for the day if you wanna individually track it like that. I don't do it like that. Like I've shown you before. This is what mine looks like. Jasmine rice, completely filled. Here's another one, and then here's some turkey. This is almost gone, but put my turkey in like that. And then I'll take it out and individually measure it. I just find it easier to do that, personally. Takes up less space when you're making, or when you have like a full refrigerator, it just takes up less space. And I just measure it every time I go to eat. But like I said, if you're someone who can't eat at home all the time, then individually measure it from there so you can take them into work or whatever you gotta do. You want that turkey getting nice and brown just like this. Instead of like that, I like that nice little extra brown coat on top, really add some flavor. Alright, I want to show you how I make my rice pretty simple. So all it involves is the Instant Pot. And I've talked about them before. Really amazing things. You can just have a rice cooker too, or you could steam it. I just prefer this. It's easiest to make it in bulk, and I can also use the Instant Pot since it's a pressure cooker for plenty other meals, like cooking chicken, steak, what else? There's everything, ribs, anything, and you can make full meals too with chicken, rice, all in one. So first things first is I buy 20-pound bags of jasmine rice, and then I put them into these little containers because it's just easier to scoop it out from there. So I'll start scooping. I usually do about 4 cups at a time. That just lasts me for about 3-4 days, but it still keeps it fresh. So once I do this, I'm going to then wash off the rice, so it gets rid of this like weird film, and it also won't leave the weird film on it for when it's sitting in the fridge in Tupperware containers. So all you do, really just pour it in. Nice, a metal strainer, you gotta make sure it's small enough so the rice doesn't slip through. If you use like a noodle strainer, the rice will probably slip through since it has bigger holes in it. Just like that, nice and simple. Wash all the rice off. Then just take it, dump it in there, and then we fill up the water. So what I like to do is I usually do about 1.5, about 1.5 more of water than I made of rice. So like there, I only did 2 cups. That's all I need right now. So I do about 3 cups. So I just push it all down, make sure it's all beneath the water, and just spread out a good amount. And this is really easy. All you do, take the Instant Pot, put the lid on, close the seal. I hit pressure cook. It's hard to see, but I do 4 minutes. Take it off, keep warm. That's what you do for jasmine rice. And then you wait for it to cook. It takes about 30 minutes, depending on how much rice you use, because it takes time for the water to boil and pressurize. And after that, you literally just unsteam it and then scoop it into your meal prep containers. Let it sit, throw it in the fridge, and then that's it for the rice. Once it's done cooking, all you literally do is you grab your containers and you fill it up just like that. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I gotta show you how to do it. Then you let it sit out a couple 30 minutes, 45 minutes, then put it in the fridge. And that's it for meal prepping. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video on meal prepping. I mean, I know it's kind of basic, but I just want to show you an insight of what I do, how I do it, so that way you guys can enjoy your meals and they're easy and readily available for you. So if you like today's video, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe, leave me a comment, let you know what you think of it, and also let me know what other videos you want to see. I'll see you guys next week.